Welcome back, YouTube. It is Saiko here, and today we are here with some lightning. And by lightning, I mean we are back with another video in our 30 teams in 30 days video series. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing the Memphis Grizzlies. But before we even get into the video, if you guys could please like the video and also hit the subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications as well. I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you guys could really do that, I would really appreciate it. And I'm pretty sure that Ja Morant would as well. Also, if you guys can, I'm really sorry about all of the lightning and thunder. Apparently, it decided to rain in Southern California today. I don't know why, but anyways, we're not here to talk about the weather in California. We're here to talk about the Memphis Grizzlies. So this offseason was not a good one for the Grizzlies at all. Justice Winslow was actually the only guy who pretty much walked in free agency or ended up leaving in free agency. They traded away Jonas Valanciunas for Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe, and they ended up trading Eric Bledsoe for Daniel Oturu, Patrick Beverley, and Rajon Rondo. And none of those guys are on the team. They also did get Chris Dunn and Carson Edwards, and of course Carson Edwards is also not on this team as well. They also ended up trading away Grayson Allen for 2 second-round picks and some guy named Sam Merrill. I think they traded him to the Bucks. They also ended up trading away Patrick Beverley for Jarrett Culver on the Minnesota Timberwolves. So hopefully, you know, Culver has a revival of a career in Memphis, but who knows? So basically, in a nutshell, I feel like with the amount of trades that they did and the amount of pieces that they have, they didn't really do anything. The team also got Zaire Williams from the Pelicans when they traded away Valanciunas for Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe, but he's apparently supposed to be like this Paul George type player, but like, is he even going to be able to get minutes on this team? As for the starting lineup on this team, I'm pretty sure it's going to be something around the lines of Ja Morant at the 1, Desmond Bane at 2, Dillon Brooks at 3, Jaren Jackson Jr. at the 4, and Steven Adams at the 5. Off the bench, I see guys like Tyus Jones, Anthony Melton, Kyle Anderson, Brandon Clark, and Xavier Tillman getting most of the backup minutes. Ja Morant is probably a top 10 point guard in the league at this point. He's also one of my top 10 favorite players right now. Ever since I saw him at Murray State in March Madness his sophomore year, basically the year before he left for the NBA, the one or two games that he played, I fell in love with the guy. I think that he's a rising star in this league, and I project him to probably right now be better than De'Aaron Fox in the future. You guys already know that I already said in a past video that I love De'Aaron Fox. The dude literally almost had a 50-point game in the playoffs against the Jazz, against literally the top seed that year. And I'm pretty much looking forward to him being as consistent as he was the last 2 years. I just hope that he can stay healthy, because last year he was injured for about like 7 games of the season. But also, when he drives to the basket and tries to dunk, there are sometimes when he lands that I'm like, is he gonna be okay? Desmond Bane looked pretty solid in his rookie year. He was one of the best shooters in the draft last year, and I think that he really did prove it. He shot like 43% on like 4 attempts a game, so I'm pretty sure that it's safe to say that he was a really good shooter for them last year, and I think that he just in general is a really good shooter. I'm basically expecting him to be this sharpshooter that Ja can look to dish out to when Ja pretty much doesn't have a plan when he heads to the basket. He doesn't really play good defense, but I feel like with all the people that are around him in the starting lineup, I'm pretty sure that he'll be okay. Dillon Brooks looks like he's going to be what he has been the last couple of years, and that's being a defensive pest to whoever he's guarding. I mean, the man even literally, like, to an extent, locked Steph Curry up a little bit. He's a guy I would love to have on my team if I need someone to play really good defense and get a bucket when I really need him to. I do, however, think that he can be a little overly aggressive here and there, but I mean, he's still a nice player overall. I'm looking at Jaren Jackson Jr. to take a big leap this season. I know he only played about like, what, 10 games last year because of his like ACL injury, but I mean, I don't think the Grizzlies would have traded Valanciunas away if they didn't believe in him. And maybe they are looking at him to play some sort of center role, or at least play minutes at center this season. Either way, I'm projecting Jaren to play really well this season, because last year, even though he had such a small sample size, he looked pretty good, even in the playoffs. He didn't really shoot the 3 great last year, but I'm pretty much expecting him to have better shooting stats this year. Also, shout out his little kid jump shot form. It's kind of funny in my opinion. Steven Adams being on this team is a really big question to me. Yeah, Steven Adams is a great defender, but I feel like he doesn't really replace the great offensive game Valanciunas had, especially last year when he was basically, at some points, their best player on the court. On the team even. I'm a big fan of Steven though, but I don't think that he's a good fit for this team, or at least I'm still questioning why he's on this team. Tyus Jones is a pretty solid backup point guard for this team. He's pretty much kind of like the glue guy for this team, because I know that when they put Justice Winslow in the spot of point guard, he didn't really play well, and once they put Tyus back in, he was performing really good for them. I feel like he's a guy that plays the game safe, so there's nothing wrong with that, and plus he's just really solid and really well-rounded all around. I also think that he's going to be the backup point guard because Chris Dunn has been injured for like who knows how long. DeAnthony Melton was a guy who was pretty much thrown around in trades here and there, and he finally found a home in Memphis. He's a really solid contributor. He shot about like 41% from 3 on 4 attempts, so I'd say that he's pretty good, especially as a guy off the bench. Kyle Anderson was a starter for Memphis last year, but I think with Jaren being in the lineup again, he's gonna be the guy off the bench for them. He had a bounce back season from 3 last year, and he's also been one of the most versatile players in the Memphis Grizzlies lineup. He can pretty much play 1 through 4, which is really good for them, and I mean, if Ja or Jaren gets hurt, he can obviously just slide into those positions and play them pretty decently. He's also kind of the guy that embodies the grit and grind style that the Grizzlies have always been known for. He's a great guy defensively, but he's also slow on offense. I've been raving about Brandon Clark ever since his rookie year. I'm pretty sure that if you look back at my older videos, you could probably find a video about me talking about how much I really liked him. He's a guy who blocks shots. He's good on offense. He's just great all around. I really like him. He also rebounds the ball pretty well, and he didn't shoot it great from 3 last year, but hopefully he'll have a bounce back season because he did shoot the 3 pretty well his first year in the league, and then for some reason the second year in the league it just wasn't falling for him, so hopefully he kind of like bounces back from that. Xavier Tillman is a big ass dude. He's undersized, but I think he's been a good defender for the Grizzlies, especially last year. He's a guy who tries to shoot the 3, but both in college and in the NBA, the shot hasn't really been falling for him. So I'm looking at him to be more focused on his defensive side of the game. He might be really undersized, but I mean, last year the Grizzlies did play a lot of him at center, so I mean, he's probably going to get a lot of the minutes at center anyways. As for this team's record, I expect them to be the 11th seed, so yes, they are going to drop in comparison to where they were last year. I just think that the loss of Valanciunas is just really hurt them a lot. I know that this team wants to stay competitive, but they drafted Zaire Williams, and it just doesn't really feel like Zaire Williams has a place on this team, especially if they're trying to compete. I don't really think they have time to develop a rookie this year. So I'm just really confused if they're trying to stay competitive or if they're just trying to be worse than they were last year. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe for more content. My name is Saiko, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow for my 30 teams in 30 days on the Golden State Warriors. Bye, guys.